Hey guys, welcome to the pod seat. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, this is Lex, and we have a new video for you today.
As
We're
you
gonna,
can tell, this Memorial Day has been hectic if you're in the Capitol Hill right now, if you're a member of Congress, if you are an investor, and if you work for the federal government or any you know, part where the government gives you money. So it's very important that Congress come to a deal before a deadline which Janet Yellen has set for June 5th. Now, saying that June 5th is the deadline, maybe she's over exaggerating, maybe she's not, but over the weekend, House Speaker McCarthy and President Biden's team has came up with a deal. They basically are negotiating, not saying that not everyone's going to win, nor the Democrats are going to be happy, nor the Republicans are going to be happy. But we have came with the deal. They're saying it's a good deal. So, what exactly is in that deal, and is it actually a good deal, and will it benefit the American people in the long run? Now, what are your thoughts over the weekend of whatever happened? Like,
well, man, I'm not even in the Capitol here, and I'm tired. These guys are been talking and talking and talking, and I just hope they came to a good agreement where everybody's gonna win. Uh, I they need to do it for the people because otherwise, if they go through the fifth, a lot of people's gonna lose their job, retirement. A lot of people who's waiting for their social security check is not gonna come. And that's how things are going to get bad for the country. Plus, you know, the country needs to pay their debts too. So that's also something else that they need to make sure that it doesn't happen.
now, with that being said, Kevin McCarthy was basically coming with uh, guns blazing, saying that we're going to cut the deficit big time. We're going to do the biggest spending cuts over the 70 years ever since we started doing the debt limit. When I'm looking at this deal, I'm not really seeing any cuts. I'm just seeing a freeze, if that's what they're calling it. Basically, in this bill, it says that there's going to be an agreement to suspend the 31.4 trillion debt through January 1st, 2025, which removes it as a threat for the 2024 election. But whoever becomes the president next is basically going to have to go again with this debt limit ceiling. Uh, what is your thoughts about that right now? So right now, I think they're just pushing it as far as they can, so uh, it doesn't become an issue for this election that's coming up.
That's exactly what they're trying to do because they don't want, none of them want to blame themselves.
I think,
So,
yeah, the Democrats are basically trying to like let's push it as far as we can right now.
well, and it's all about this deal they're negotiating. They want to tax anything and everything. I was reading about they're trying to tax the Bitcoin at 30%. They want to tax Bitcoin miners 30%. That's a big tax rate, huge. But it doesn't make any sense because they're not even trying to help the American people. If they were, they would have agreed on something a while back.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a game, and what you said is just they want to make this as long as possible because if anything goes wrong, they don't want that to be a problem when it comes time to election. So we will see what happens. I wish they would do it differently. I wish they would, hurry up and take care of business, which that's what they're supposed to be doing anyways. But we don't need to get close to June 5th.
Yeah, but
And
right now, what's happening is that a lot of Republicans are saying that McCarthy did not make a good deal. He went back against basically the mostly the right wing Republicans, and some of the Democrats are not happy either because they're not getting the energy efficiency the for the renewable energy cutbacks that they wanted. They raised the age on the SNAP, which is for food stamps for people. They raised the age from 49 to 54, and if you're able-bodied, you're supposed to go to work, which I completely agree with. If you're able-bodied and you can go to work, you should go to work. You shouldn't basically sit your butt at home, be lazy and stuff like that. A lot of people are even looking for jobs, so it is a good way to and if you're working, then you can, pay your taxes, and which helps the government, that should help the government, go towards the debt limit. But unfortunately, the government just keeps spending and spending. So if we're looking at this bill, they're just raising it till 2025, and basically there's no cap for it right now. The only cap that they have is on non-defense spending, but defense spending will still be $886 billion that they could spend. They did protect the veterans' medical care, so the PACT Act, which was for the veterans' health care, will be funded for around 15 billion for the next fiscal year, and it expands work requirements. So as we were talking, if you're currently childless and you're abled, 18 to 49, now it's to age 18 to 55. So that you'll that age gap is pretty popular, so that should cut spending over there. Another thing is they're clawing back on the COVID relief funds. So the $28 billion to $30 billion that was supposed to be used for other medical emergencies or anything like that, they're gonna take that back. Who knows if they're actually gonna take that back? Now, a lot of people, Republicans, are mad about the IRS funding. So they wanted to cut around $60 billion out of the funding out of the 80 billion that was funded in the Inflation Reduction Act to the IRS, to hire more agents to get um,
Well, they need to collect, so they need to hire more agents.
but the thing is they're hiring so the thing is what the Republicans are using, and what a lot of public or a lot of right wingers are saying, that why do you need 87? What the Democrats are throwing is that we're going to use the IRS to tax the rich, ultra wealthy people, but it's really for the middle class. Why do you need 87,000 IRS agents to go looking for rich people? You can easily find it. Look at all those bankers that did all this fraud during this bank crisis that we had. You could easily find the money trail easily with these rich people, but they have the ability and the money to hire lawyers and get away from all that. Now the middle class, the lower middle class, and the small business owners, they don't have those tools. So basically that's what a lot of the Republicans, not even like the Republican party, but a lot of Republicans are against that. So they did cut that. They're saying that they're gonna take $10 billion and repurpose it somewhere else, and another $10 billion in 2025, and repurpose it in non-defense areas. So basically take 1.9 billion, excuse me, $1.9 billion every year for 10 years, which is close to $20 billion, and repurpose it to other areas. That to me seems like you're just giving money to these federal areas, and they also want to restart the student loan payments, which the Democrats are really against, because that was like a big win for them, getting the young voters and stuff. So I'm sure after the Supreme Court case is going to be dealt with, they're going to start, making payments again. So, you know, there is another one that's supposed to be to expedite a pipeline in West Virginia, which, Senator Joe Manchin was really fond for. So a lot of, Republicans want some things, a lot of Democrats want some things. So nobody really uh won a lot. So right now this is the best deal to go forward with, according to Kevin McCarthy. And will it go forward is the next big question. So it has to pass the House. Does
Yeah.
it have enough votes? And then if it does pass the House, it has to go to the Senate, and the Senate's going to do their own mandates and see if it passes the Senate, and that's when President Joe Biden signs it, and then we don't have no more debt ceiling to worry about for the
Well,
2 years.
they will have to hurry up because we can, as a citizen, it will be difficult to wait until the 5th because
Yeah,
it's gonna be
a lot of people are paycheck to paycheck. So if they don't get
yes,
their social security checks, if they don't get their Medicaid, they don't get like a lot of troops don't get their money.
it would be nice if they don't agree before the 5th. It would be nice if they don't get paid also. Wouldn't that be great? Like
Yeah, I
whatever
think
time
they said
after the
Congress
5th,
isn't going to get paid either. So, but I mean, Congress gets money from like all these other places, and it's like biggest scam. It's not even for Congress to worry about. You got to worry about the actual people that are working hard, the middle class.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
But they need to feel it too. They need to get that pressure the next
Well, they'll
whatever
feel it in
next
their
pay.
elections. They'll feel it in their elections. So
They need to feel it right away because when it's time, the election
you'll
time, and
get a
you're right.
backlash. You'll get a backlash
It,
from everywhere.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
part of the sector would be affected. It would be they say it's going to be an economic catastrophe because if we default on our debt payment, it doesn't only affect us nationally, it affects us internationally.
International.
So
Yeah.
a lot of other countries will feel the waves, and then the ripple effects will happen, and then one by one things will start falling. But I'm pretty hopeful that it might happen in a decade from now, or like, because I mean, how much more debt can you actually keep piling on
So
without
wait, you saying that it might happen in the
I
like
don't think it's
the
going to
country's
happen
gonna
anytime
default?
soon here.
Okay.
But if it does, I mean, it's really close to happening this time. It's really, really close. But I think it will happen within the next decade or so, so it'd be something to like, get ready for.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
how much more debt can you keep just piling? We're not making enough as we're spending. And how much more money, like they want to go to war to make, profits, but if you're not really making profits, you went to several wars in the past 3 decades and the debt limit's only been rising. So only people that are making money are these private sectors. And now these private sectors get so much money that you can't even no longer control the government. You're
Maybe
buying
that
politicians and you're buying all these companies to, do your bidding. So
maybe that's the goal, AJ. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe the goal is for the private sector to make money and the government, you know, just screw you. That's the only thing they can do to their citizens, us, that we pay taxes. We pay a lot of taxes and we're not being, honored and take care of whatever money we're giving to the government. They're supposed to manage it well, and they're not doing it. And at this point, it just looks like it's a
I
joke.
mean, it's
No
just a
matter what,
game. It's just
yeah,
it just is gonna take who and what and how long. It's gonna be like somebody that has to come and just shake up the whole system. And I mean, somebody like that, I guess, did come, and supposedly everyone and everything was starting to go against him. I know you don't like him, but I mean, if he does come back, he said he's gonna shake it up more. But
which one?
Donald Trump,
Oh,
he's
hey,
the one
I
that's
mean,
been like telling their secrets and everything. I mean, but I think he said he's not giving everything and anything
well,
away.
he said he was gonna clean the swamp the first time around, but I didn't see that happening. Maybe
I
he gets a
mean,
chance to do
he
it the
didn't have
second
any
time
room
around.
to breathe. He has not had room to breathe. And I mean, I think if Rob DeSantis or Donald Trump come back, it would be a nice change. But
I don't know what kind of
if
change that would be,
if
but we will see
if
it.
we keep Biden, I think we're gonna. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've
It's
been
just a top. It's just a
yeah.
top. option because none of the two is the you know is is the
Well,
best.
if you're investing, good luck to you guys tomorrow and throughout the week. Just be careful. It's gonna be a very volatile session throughout the week, so be prepared, be up to date, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Like, share, and
Thank you
subscribe.
guys. We will see you on the next one. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
Bye.